I'd like to do a quick introduction to derivatives of trigonometric functions. So here's a list of the derivatives for the 6 basic trigonometric functions. You are going to be using the derivative of sine and cosine extensively. So you definitely need to memorize those, but actually you probably should memorize all 6 of them. The only way that you will get by if you do not memorize all 6 of them is to derive them by using trig identities. So if you're really good at trig identities, like remembering that tangent is equal to sine over cosine, you might be able to get by without memorizing, but I do recommend that you memorize all of them. One little helpful hint is you'll notice that the derivatives of everything that starts with a C has a negative. There's no particular reason behind that, but it's just a little way to remember it. Other than that, there's not a lot of tricks to remember them. You just gotta memorize them. So let's do one example. We are going to find f prime of x if f of x is equal to the quantity x squared plus 3x times cosine of x. There's 2 ways that you can do this problem. Both of them involve the product rule. It's just more of a personal preference. You can either keep the problem written as it is and take the x squared plus 3x as your first thing and your cosine x as your second thing, or you can distribute the x squared plus 3x to the cosine, and then you will have 2 things added together and you'll do the product rule twice. It's up to you which way you want to do it. I'm going to keep this written as is. So we're going to use the product rule. We start with our first thing, which is x squared plus 3x, times the derivative of the cosine x, that gives us negative sine x, plus our second term, which is cosine of x. Multiply that by the derivative of x squared plus 3x, that gives us 2x plus 3. And from there, you are going to have to use the distributive property, so you will be simplifying it out. To be honest, if you leave it as is on the previous step, you will not lose any points from me or on the AP exam. However, if it's a multiple choice, you do need to be able to simplify it out. I do want to mention that just a mathematical convention. Generally, when we have a polynomial such as x squared and a trig function such as sine x, we usually like to put the polynomial first. That's just a normal way of writing it. So the way I wrote it here would probably be the best way to write it out.